vibe for normies. He is a normie repellent, both on the inside and on the outside, just like Rabbi Shmuley, and making it seem as though he is not an out-of-touch multimillionaire just because he doesn't shower.
Hasan Piker is on here crying about Reddit.
LSF was the method. It was the original place where that exact same thing happened, where you would take someone's clip out of context and you would have every single content creator watch it and give their takes on it. And then every single thing that would drive discourse would come from LSF. I don't go to LSF any longer. I don't, frequent LSF any longer because it's just all botted into oblivion and brigaded into oblivion. But they did this, and now Yeet does this on Twitter as well in a similar fashion. But they did this to go after Destiny's enemies and to try and present Destiny in a positive light to the best of their ability, even though he kept, fucking up he kept fucking up his own optics by popping off and doing horrible, monstrous things. Also, Stale and Epstein's Discord already confirmed nothing about LSF will change, and all the other mods on the team are also Epstein orbiters, as Stale is the one that hired them. Yeah, because he took over a very popular subreddit and played a formative role in the collapse of Twitch as a space where there was a major community that collaborated with one another.
Covering up for Destiny has to be a very hard job, or maybe even impossible. He's such a degenerate. Oh man, you would have to focus on that 24/7. But if we're being honest, they've covered up for Hasan on there. Quite a few things have been removed to protect how Hasan is perceived. So I don't really know, man. I don't really know about that. Even Hasan's fans are admitting that they try to cover things up for him, and then he starts lying and going crazy on them.
We do the same thing with you, bro. There is nothing that even remotely compares to this level of propaganda, specifically at the behest of one singular individual. Nothing at all. There is no comparison. You cannot point to a single subreddit that my fans have taken over with my direction and use a subreddit specifically to attack people. Something that Ethan Klein does as well to a certain degree, but something that Destiny eats off of forever. This is his primary focus. This is his primary content. If anything, my community is my biggest op. I banned a bunch of people from the subreddit and consistently botted and brigaded certain posts against Destiny's enemies over and over again. In many instances, leaned into propaganda that was pro-Israel because Destiny's pro-Israel. I don't even know what this person's if this guy has his own opinion on things outside of what Destiny believes, but his primary purpose on LSF was to, whoever was saying Hasan's a terrorist.
Hasan, you're Mr. Propaganda. You admitted to spreading propaganda on numerous of occasions. What are you talking about? Are you serious? There's no way he can actually be dead serious while he says this bull crap. Once again, Hasan being clearly delusional and just making up his own narrative to where even his fans and audience is telling him, nah, you wrong. He's no, what are y'all talking about? What are you talking? I know everything. And in fact, I'm blaming Ethan Klein. You gonna drag Ethan Klein into this? Hasn't he already been through enough with his wife? Damn, people mailing skulls to his house, and Hasan just want to keep on dragging him. You got odd dubs going after. You just want Ethan Klein to just suffer for some weird reason.
Every Roach King post is botted, negative instant downvote and positive upvoted. Yes, this is something that other people that use Reddit frequently have noticed as well. Anywhere around the website, if there's a negative, if there's something that presents AsmonGold in a negative light, it instantly gets botted. It downvoted. If there's anything that presents him in a positive light, it instantly gets upvoted. The thing is, that's not even AsmonGold's doing, though. That's Kick. Kick also heavily upvotes all the LSF posts. It's not an accident that so many random streamers that are associated with Kick or are Kick streamers have been frequently upvoted on LSF over and over again.
Huh? Well, how would that even be possible? I don't think AsmonGold got this much control, bro. You're really just perceiving this image in your head to where he's this end-all be-all master of technology that can just control the entire website of Reddit. It bends to his will. You treat him like he Mandarin from Iron Man. You got this dude on his pedestal where you kind of showing your love for Asmon. I'm gonna be honest. This obsession that you have with him, it's pretty strange. Everyone notices. Asmon himself has called it out. His fans, your fans. You got to just admit this to yourself. You love him. On some Helga G. Pataki from Hey Anu kind of flow.
You know, how I am, how people reflect on what I'm doing, right? 82,000 upvotes. If you look at like Hasan Shot Collar, Dog Ramon on stream, one Jack Doherty clip, Hasan Kaya's positioning throughout the entire day. Hasan takes a picture with Kaya with a fan on the streets in Ireland. Another edited video, by the way. They could have easily just posted a video from my stream, but they posted the video that's edited.
Bless his heart. Bless his heart, fam. Whoa. It's a clip, Hasan. You're not going to post your entire 9-hour stream and tell everybody, go watch it. That's what he wants. He wants people to just promote him and only that. Give him criticism? Nope. Got to be a part of his like little hive mind. You got to be a part of his orbiters. And you see how well that turned out for them. I'm telling you, Casey trying over there breakdancing for spare change. Frogan over there having hamburger eating contests. My bad. I'm just keeping it real. Something that Hasan can't do, like he's allergic to being honest. He, in his obsession with either AsmonGold or Ethan Klein, it's never ending. He's even asking people to go after Ethan Klein directly.
Yeah, it seems to me like they're cleaning house, okay? Shouts out to Reddit. Hey, yo, Reddit. Good job. You got a W here. I mean, you got more W's that you could work on. You know, go after the Ethan Klein H3H3 production subreddit next, please. Okay. My life is yours. I will literally. Okay. Listen, Reddit. I know you and I have not exactly seen eye to eye on issues. Okay. Let me get up close and personal with you. Okay. Let me get up close and personal with you, Reddit. Ghislaine Maxwell may have been a top moderator in world news. You know, all of these other big subreddits that are news aggregation platforms are actually aggregating Atlantis, NATO, Atlantis talking points. But let me tell you something, Reddit. You fucking clean up LSF and you clean up H3H3 Productions for all the endless harassment that they have brought about the streaming community, my friends, and even in times myself, and my life is yours. A lot of people make fun of you, Reddit. They make fun of you. They say, you're a cuck. If you use Reddit, there's an entire TikTok trend making fun of Redditors and the way that people speak. And it's oftentimes exactly like that fucking dipshit that you just X'd out from LSF. I will become a Reddit power user. I will take sexy photos.
Yeah.
You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name.
Ugh. What the heck am I watching? Hasan, you gotta chill out, bro. This is weird. Like, you're always pushing that line and asking him to take down Ethan Klein stuff. That's pretty extreme, don't you think? Especially for someone that's like so pro freedom of speech. Allegedly, he's not. He's a fraud. I think that's been made pretty clear if it hasn't already. But why you gotta get all freaky, man? Like, that sound nasty. I got headphones on, man. Come on, you got me checking around the room? Like, yikes. I don't feel safe no more.
We'll take sexy photos on my laptop while I'm browsing Reddit. I will do everything in my power to make Reddit a powerhouse, sexy as fuck. No one will think. I'll get Zoran Mamdani to get on Reddit. You know what I mean? I'll get AOC on Reddit. We'll be doing AMAs. Ask me anything. Ask you anything. Like I said, clean up the fucking harassment communities and my life is yours, Reddit. Okay, I'll use Hasan_Piker every fucking day. Every day of the goddamn week.
That was nasty work right there. Ugh. Like, yo, what would possess you to even want to do something like that? What would make you go, okay, this is what has to happen. I gotta go in here and start whispering to this mic. I gotta go in here and try to keep things going. Nick, what's wrong with you? You can't try to, like, I guess you could say, bribe with nastiness your way into getting people who have opinions on you taken down. That's just crazy. The fact that he think this is gonna work, that's even crazier. Hasan is nuts. XQC replied,
Disney's top orbiter who openly turned Elton into a harassment cyber-stalking operation for enemies, a side streamer has been forcibly removed from his position. Still bragging about the entire mod team are his people. Well, I will agree that this harassment thing has been going on for a long time. I'll be honest with you though, don't they have the Reddit literally remove Hasan threads if they have the word Hasan in it? Because I thought people started saying political streamer instead of Hasan because they would get moderated otherwise. Like he catches like W's off this shit, but when it flips, he goes, oh guys, this is an L. Buddy, you catch W's all the time. You're like a big, like he loves this shit. Exactly. If this guy does this openly, imagine what he does and plans like not openly. Like, come on, man. Like he can do better. Like this guy thinks that he has some power over what's going on, whatever. Dude, even when they push narrative, they get caught on it. They have to fucking moderate and lock it the down. Bro, even when they have the most smallest, bro, they get caught midair. Like, what are you talking about? Bro, bugging on a stack.
Hasan is just a delusional loser who cries until he gets his way or until his fans will rally behind him and push his bullcrap agenda. Nobody want to see none of the nastiness that he out here spreading besides them. That is very deranged, if you was to ask me my personal opinion. But yeah, I don't think Hasan should be even seen as a thought leader. I don't think he should be taken seriously. He's a clown. He is I guess you could say, different variation of Dr. Umar. This dude is a grifting loser that doesn't have any actual real stance on anything. He just says whatever his grifting, I guess you could say, receiving audience just wants to hear. Manja manja, and they eat it up. XQC also called out his whole division thing that he's trying to do within the streaming community.
I always ride for iShowSpeed. And, you know, Kai Cenat a little.
Yeah, he writes for iShowSpeed because he has a lot of viewers and he's not controversial. Like, bro, talking like he was always there for speed. Like, oh, guys, this is why I ride or die for speed. Buddy, where were you when he was getting canceled for his like misogyny clip or whatever? Where were you back then? Bro's fucking nowhere. What are you talking about? Bro, wait, I'm confused. Bro, I swear Hasan rides the ship when it's full sails, right? And fucking jumps off the second it hits a single wave and acts like he's the messiah of who he supports. What the fuck are you talking about? Buddy, what are you talking about?
If it make any sense, because Aiden,
I mean, bro, he's mad about the boss where you guys, is that before or after he said the Kaya thing about the boss? At this point, he's got his orbiters. People ride or die for him or whatever because they want to be closer to Magnet, right? But he rides or die for nobody. Like, he flips on everybody trying to act like, oh, dude, imagine being criticized. He didn't, bro, he made a joke about him. Well, killing a fucking boss in a game. Like, relax, dude, Jesus Christ. And you don't throw them under the bus and fucking get a big W off of their L.
Hasan lies like he breathes, bro. You ain't never been ride or die for nobody, let alone iShowSpeed. When? Since when? When his numbers became like so high and you realize, oh, I could try to mooch off of his audience? You ain't never. Like, what? Yo, this dude is so fake. Hasan will say anything, bro. Hasan don't have no loyalty for nobody, except for maybe the money, because he ain't loyal to Kaya. He ain't loyal to his audience. He ain't loyal to nobody, bro. Not his family, nothing. This dude has shown his character to us over and over again. We gotta believe it. AsmonGold called him out too as well.
before Cuffham was a streamer.
You gotta stick with your boys. Those are your boys. Don't ever roach out on your boys. Just because some random ass fucking weirdo wants to tell you that you're not allowed to hang out with your friends anymore. Don't ever do that.
To me, simple as that. I'll never not treat him the same way. If he did something wrong to me, yeah, I do something, I wouldn't be friends with him. So
Thank God, bro. Like, I am so happy that you do not play into this weird virtue signal guilt trip. Like, basically what Hasan is trying to do is he's trying to tell you that you shouldn't hang out with your friend. He's trying to tell you who you should and shouldn't hang out with. And then, remember what I said before, whenever they were trying to get involved with these these loser LA streamers. And I said, you don't want to ever listen to them or take them seriously at all because they don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about your friends. They don't care about who you know. They want to use you, take advantage of you, ride off of your coattails, capitalize off of your clout, and then at the same time, then try to patronize you at the same exact time. It's embarrassing, man. Yeah, the gatekeeper. Yeah, they want to tell you who you can and can't be friends with. That's basically it. Nah, Ron shouldn't listen to them at all. Like, why would you listen to some little loser over there sitting there talking shit who you shouldn't be friends with? Really? Like, who are they to say who you should and shouldn't be friends with? So yeah, it's so childish. Yeah, they want to tell you what to do. They want to tell you who you can be friends with. They want to tell you what you can say on stream. They want to tell you what you can do on stream, and they want to tell you what your own opinions are. That's what they want to do. If you want to be successful, don't listen to them, because Hasan's successful. To be fair, he is. The rest of them, they're losers. They are. They're losers. They're losers. They get no viewers. Nobody cares about them. People like to pretend to like them, but who actually watches their content? Nobody. No, you never listen to these people trying to bully somebody around and tell them who they should and shouldn't be friends with, man. Like, that's so fucking cringe. It's so embarrassing. It's so disrespectful. It's crazy. So, and again, also, by the way, like, I've known Aiden for years too. Aiden has never roached out on me. Aiden has never gone back on anything he said. Like, I have a very, very small circle of guys that have never roached out on me. They've never done something that's put me in a bad position. They've never said something that was like behind my back. That shit has never, ever happened.
I don't know where Hasan gets off thinking that he could tell people who they can hang out with or associate with. That is so cringe, bro. Like, even his audience has to notice that. Like, who the hell are you? You're not nobody daddy. Well, except for Frogan and Denims and Casey Tron and iDubbbz and Anissa. Damn, he got a lot of juniors out here. That's probably why he feel like that. He thought that Stable Ronaldo was going to be a junior too. He think everybody want to mooch off his clout, and then he could just tell everybody what they can do in all shapes and fashions. He can tell you who to hang out with, what to eat, when to stream, what to talk about on stream. Hasan is a full nutcase, and I wouldn't want nothing to do with him if I was any of these big streamers. I'm a small YouTuber, and I'm still saying I don't want nothing to do with him. Hasan, I guess he wants to call out AsmonGold now again.
The thing is that I don't really talk about this a lot because I think that it's kind of like an ego thing. I know there are other streamers that like talking a lot about how, you know, they get mainstream credibility and mainstream.
I wonder who he's talking about. This also reveals that he does fucking hate that nobody takes him seriously. Look at how excited he is that someone in a position of power has actually validated his worldview after spending years sucking up to the administration. Issue with him becoming the face of the modern right-wing movement, by the way. I think that when under the spotlight, guys like this will crumble because they are devoid of real ideological conviction and the stubbornness necessary to be in this battle for an extended period of time. And especially if the money dries up, they'll fucking stop, right? What news station would have you? Actually, like maybe Fox News, I guess. You cannot handle the spotlight, my friend. A big part of the reason why you cannot handle the spotlight is because you don't actually have real convictions. You're just doing it for pure grift. And the moment of pushback, the first side of pushback, you would fold, as you do every single time. That's why you're AsmonFold.
Yeah, I disagree. I think that Hasan is more so describing himself. And I don't think that AsmonGold would even want to be on like Fox or nothing like that. I don't know. Maybe his supporters can tell me in the comment section. But that sounds like more of a Hasan goal. He keeps like trying to compare people to his goals and ambitions. And like, here's fairs. He thinks that everybody going to be afraid of whatever he's afraid of. And nah, I think AsmonGold has pretty much achieved all his dreams, right? At least the earlier ones. And he's just chilling. He had a point where he's just vibing, doing whatever he wants to do. That's what we should strive to do as entertainers, to get to a point where we just kicking it with our fans. But Hasan, with his crazy self, he keeps trying to push misery on people when they're happy.
You don't have any social skills. You don't have any ideological conviction. And you don't even want to fucking shower. And I feel like if you went on Fox News looking like this, people go, ew, gross. This is our representative on the internet? God damn. You would make people fucking reconsider right-wing positions. AsmonGold is the Rabbi Shmuley of defending right-wing propaganda. Anyone that encounters Rabbi Shmuley will leave that conversation damning Israel to hell. Okay. Although Rabbi Shmuley wants to defend Israel, he is so repulsive in the ways that he tries to defend Israel that most people, even people who were pro-Israel prior to encountering Rabbi Shmuley, leave that conversation thinking, you know, the Palestinian resistance can't be all that bad. And AsmonGold has a similar vibe for normies. He is a normie repellent, both on the inside and on the outside, just like Rabbi Shmuley, and making it seem as though he is not an out-of-touch multimillionaire just because he doesn't fucking shower.
See what I mean? The projection is crazy, bro. You got to be talking about yourself. Out-of-touch millionaire, that sounds like Hasan. That's like his whole MO, especially when you're claiming you're a socialist. You ain't no damn socialist. You're a clown. That's exactly what you are.
Many people actually don't understand that AsmonGold is even more out of touch than the likes of someone like Cutie Cinderella or even someone like myself by virtue of us going outside and also regularly showering. But because AsmonGold does not shower and lives in a fucking moldy ass, stinky ass house, a lot of people tune in and go, oh my God, he's just like Diogenes. He is my fucking filthy philosopher. He believes the things that I believe, so he must be right. Meanwhile, he is a fucking multimillionaire grifting off of your stupidity.
Hasan, that's you. That's you. Are you serious? He's clearly delusional, bro. I don't know how anyone can hear Hasan and go, yep, that's the person I want to follow. AsmonGold responded.
I live in the same neighborhood I grew up in. The fact is that I haven't really changed my life. I go out every once in a while, and I'll go out shopping and I'll buy my own groceries. I get my own food. I live and I solve my own problems. If I have a problem with my car, I take my car to the dealership. I don't have a bunch of people that are like assistants and people helping me and doing stuff. Sure, I have help with some bigger issues, but those are usually related to my stream in general. So while yes, I am very successful and I'm rich and everything is going really well for me financially, I live my life as a normal person. These people don't. They don't live their lives like normal people. They have food delivered to them. They have groceries delivered to them. They live a pampered life of luxury. They have house cleaners come in and clean their house. You know what happens when I want to clean my house? I clean my house. That's what happens. So these people live in total luxury, and they're afraid of having that luxury cost a little bit more money in case you have to actually pay Americans for it. So that's really the difference between me and a lot of these other people, is that that's my room. And I'll tell you something, if Denims or Cutie Cinderella had a room that was like that, they'd pay somebody to clean it up. But whenever I had a room like that, I cleaned it up myself. And that makes me an actual real fucking American that's connected to the fucking world.
Facts. He cooked them, and he cooked them with the truth. Like, what? I think AsmonGold, yeah, he's 100% way more relatable than Hasan Piker. He don't know what's going on in the world because he's sitting there from his palace, right? Judging people, spending all his millions and acting as if he's just a broke socialist. Telling us, listen to my words, not my actions. Yeah, of course you would say that, Hasan. Such a fraud, bro. Check out my previous video where I spoke about another fraud, Don Lemon, in this nasty situation he got going on with the church.